In the early 19th century, Frederick Chopin, a gifted composer and pianist, captivated Europe with his extraordinary talent and emotive music. At the height of his career, he began to suffer from persistent coughing and severe fatigue. His deteriorating health cast a shadow over his brilliant career, hinting at an unseen struggle that would eventually shape his legacy and impact his life in ways he had never anticipated. At the young age of 39, Chopin passed away from an illness called consumption, which is now known to be modern-day tuberculosis. Mycobacteria or fungus bacteria, possibly the most lethal class of bacteria throughout history, is a rod-shaped, immobile, slow-growing, and aerobic bacteria that do not form spores. They are characterized by the possession of very thick, waxy, lipid-rich hydrophobic cell walls, which makes them acid-fast bacteria. You know, in bacteriology, there's this technique that we call gram staining, which involves applying a stain to a sample in a glass microscope slide and looking at it under a microscope to determine if bacteria are present at all, and that it can help diagnose the presence of bacterial infection quickly. Under a gram stain, different kinds of bacteria change one of two sets of colors: pink to red, purple to blue, under a special series of stains and are categorized as gram-negative or gram-positive. Accordingly, gram staining works by differentiating bacteria by the chemical or physical properties of the cell wall. In the case of mycobacteria, acid-fast bacteria stain poorly with the gram stain procedure, appearing weakly gram-positive or gram-variable. Thus, they are usually characterized and differentiated using the acid-fast staining procedure, in which steam is used to get the carbonyl fusion primary dye to go into the cell wall. Mycobacteria can be divided into three distinct groups: Mycobacterium tuberculosis complex, non-tuberculous mycobacteria, and Mycobacterium leprae. Now for our first group, the Mycobacterium tuberculosis complex is basically a group of pathogens of mycobacteria that is known to have potential to cause tuberculosis. This group comprises the following species: Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium bovis, Mycobacterium africanum, Mycobacterium caneti, Mycobacterium microti, and Mycobacterium pinnipedi. Tuberculosis, or TB, known to be the most deadly disease in the world, is an infectious bacterial disease that most often affects the lungs. It spreads through the air when infected people cough, sneeze, or spit. Though it is highly curable and preventable, a total of 1.3 million people died from TB in just 2022. Common symptoms of tuberculosis may be prolonged coughing, sometimes with blood, chest pain, weakness, fatigue, weight loss, fever, and night sweats. You can worsen up your chances of suffering TB when you have diabetes, a compromised immune system such as HIV, being malnourished, and smoking tobacco. Luckily for us, tuberculosis can be treated with antibiotics with a dose span of a grueling 4 to 6 months. These antibiotics may be isoniazid, rifampin, pyrazinamide, ethambutol, and streptomycin. Now for our second group, the non-tuberculous mycobacteria, is a diverse group of mycobacterial species that are distinct from bacteria that cause tuberculosis. These bacteria are commonly found in soil, water, dust, and can still cause a variety of infections, particularly in individuals with weakened immune systems or pre-existing lung conditions. For example, Mycobacterium abscessus, a rapidly growing species, can cause skin infections and lung diseases, and is often resistant to antibiotics. Mycobacterium avian and kansasi cause lung infections in people with weakened immune systems or chronic lung diseases such as cystic fibrosis or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Like our first group, non-tuberculous mycobacteria can enter your lungs if you breathe it in, like breathing next to contaminated water, soil, or dust. In essence, everyone can breathe it in. But luckily, most of the time, they do not cause infections, but some people are at greater risk. So, in a way, you call this species of Mycobacterium to be as opportunistic pathogens, which are microbes that usually do not cause disease in healthy people, but may become virulent in immunocompromised and unhealthy individuals. Now for our third group, Mycobacterium leprae, the bacteria notorious for causing leprosy. Leprosy is an all-age disease that is described in the literature of ancient civilizations like as the Bible. The disease affects the peripheral nerves, mucosa of the upper respiratory tract, eyes, and most importantly, the main symptom of leprosy is disfiguring skin sores, lumps, or bumps that doesn't go away after several weeks or months. The sores are flat and paler than the skins around them. In old times, persons affected by leprosy were known to face stigmatization and discrimination. Leprosy came to be referred as a living death, and often its victims were treated as if they have already died. Funeral services were conducted to declare those living with the disease dead to society, and relatives were allowed to claim their inheritance. Transmission is through droplets from the nose and mouth and prolonged close contact over months with someone with untreated leprosy. However, in modern days, leprosy is curable and treatment in the early stages can prevent disability. Rest in peace, King Baldwin, the Leper King.